Hello friends, today's topic is about how C-peptide is helpful to differentiate between type 1 and type 2 diabetes mellitus. So simple, many times by the physician that C-peptide estimation is done, and that is very helpful to differentiate between this insulin dependent diabetes mellitus to that non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, and how it is occurring that we are going to discuss in this video. Simple, that insulin is synthesized inside the pancreas, but initially it is in the pre-pro-insulin form, and that is novice insulin or initial insulin, that is pre-pro-insulin. So when pre-pro-insulin is converted to the active insulin form, during each molecule of this pro-insulin and convert it into the insulin, during that time one C peptide, which is called a connecting peptide, is released. So number of insulin and number of C peptide will be equal. So it means endogenous means whatever the insulin produced inside the body and the C peptide are produced in equimolar concentration, means concentration of C peptide and insulin which is produced inside the body is equal. So simple, here in the picture you can understand that it is initially pre-pro insulin, or from that pre-pro insulin is generated, and that is single polypeptide chain. But from that a center, this red color polypeptide chain will be separated, and that is considered the connecting peptide or the C peptide. And this C peptide is measured many times instead of that insulin measurement in the blood. So this C peptide level in the plasma indicate endogenous production of insulin, or whatever the insulin produced in our body. Why it is very helpful? First of all, half-life of this C peptide, that is about 30 minutes. Well, insulin, once insulin is generated, it has half-life of only 5 minutes. So it has a longer half-life, that is one thing. Second thing is that type 1, that is called a insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, where endogenous insulin production is decrease, means insulin dependent means overall insulin level in the body is less, and in that condition means type 1 diabetes mellitus IDDM, in that condition C peptide formation is also decreased because overall endogenous insulin production is decreased. While in type 2 what happen, there is a non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Here this condition is not dependent on the insulin, so endogenous insulin level that may be normal or it may be increased, or sometime along with that insulin that normal or high level of C peptide is seen. So condition is same for that insulin and C peptide. In type 1 both are decreasing, in type 2 both will be either normal or it will be increased, but C peptide have a half life of 30 minutes which is longer than the insulin, that is just 5 minutes. Further, apart from that type 1 and type 2, that plasma insulin level may be affected by exogenous insulin administration. Sometime in an emergency situation, if there is a very high glucose level, immediate insulin is given, and if exogenous insulin is given, that can affect whatever the insulin measurement in the blood. So if you are measuring the blood insulin level and during that time insulin injection is given, then falsely high level of insulin may be there, and that can be avoided by this measurement of the C peptide. So C peptide is very helpful to differentiate between type 1 and type 2 diabetes mellitus. Type 1 which is called IDDM, insulin dependent diabetes mellitus, and type 2 which is called NIDDM, that is non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. So that's how this C peptide is very helpful to differentiate between type 1 and type 2 diabetes mellitus.